It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the South American country of Argentina and its capital city, Buenos Aires. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Dragons of Tokyo taking on the Caps of Buenos Aires.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week.
16 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Nakobe Dean coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks as you...
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That is caught by Lamb.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Look at this defense.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's Jackson to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Michael Pittman.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Caps use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, At least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Jackson.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Rams.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here's Pacheco on the read option.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When you look at this defense,
it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for it in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Short throw caught by Pitts.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
Going right back to Wilson.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
There is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Mixon.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson now. Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
They'll get this to about the 38.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Jackson on 1st down.
This taken in by Kincaid.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Jackson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this one to Pittman. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in his first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Inside handoff to Mixon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mixing up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Jackson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now it's Jackson. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
Now Jackson on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson options out left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give to Pacheco off the option.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw is Jackson.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now it's Jackson.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down, maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Jackson will throw again.
Able to complete it to Johnston.
And all the way in for the touchdown.
Quentin Johnston,
30 yards.
And the Dragons are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. Now Lawrence on first down.
And this is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside
the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Patriots in that ball game. A touchdown pass for Trey Lance in that one. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Jarvis Landry, close to 200 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Coverage defensively by Trent McDuffie.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Hard throw, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Mixon on the toss right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Lawrence will throw.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Here's Lawrence. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Mitchell. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now.
It's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson.
At the 43-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front. The linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throw left side taken in by Pittman.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Got an open man. It's McLeod. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Now Jackson.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And he'll be be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. And Johnston sent in motion. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
This from 42 yards out.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a give to Mixon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Taking in left side. It's Wilson.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid gain of 15 yards on the sticks move. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard 2nd down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now Jackson. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On now is the punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Lawrence. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
From the gun again to Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Lawrence.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Jackson now. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
On the option right is Jackson.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pacheco on the read option.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Will throw that one away.
Right on the coverage, we just saw him break out on third down. Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On first down, Lawrence.
And a completion to Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence, short throw, caught by Pitts.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball, and his offense, they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down 13-10, 1:50 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Jackson.
He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Now this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Jackson.
And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Jackson. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown. This game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team here, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next